Greetings, and we will be discussing Batter My Heart, Three-Person God, and the Return of the Prodigal Son. This presentation was brought to you by Group 4 ACC by Lee, Sabuero, and Sarmango. Divine Poems, Holy Sonnet is 40. Batter my heart, three-person God. Batter my heart, three-person God, for you, as yet but knock, breathe, shine, and seek to mend, that I may rise and stand, o'erthrow me and bend. Your force to break, blow, burn, and make me new. I like, and you subtile, to another do, labor to admit, you but, oh to no end, reasoned your vice roar in me should I defend, but is captive, and proves weak or untrue, yet dearly loved, you and would beloved faith, but am betrothed unto your enemies. Divorce me in tithe, or break that not again. Take me to you, imprison me, for I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever haste, except you ravish me. Discussing the characteristics of Batter My Heart, three-person God. First of all, there's a sonnet, a petrarchan, ABBA octave, and a CD-CD-EE septet rhythm scheme. This sonnet is an iambic pentameter. It means that it has 4 groups patterned in a 10th syllable per line, with an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed one. This sonnet uses the figures of speech such as metaphor, paradox, simile, and pun. Now we'll be analyzing Batter My Heart, three-person God. The sonnet was written in between 1572 to 1631. The sonnet was published in 1633. The dimension and type, petrarchan. Sonnet, medium, imagery. The present location of the sonnet can be found on the British Library. Analysis on Batter My Heart, Three-Person God by John Donne. Batter My Heart, Three-Person God by John Donne is a direct call of the speaker to God, for he referred to as three-person, meaning the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and revolves around faith, soul, love, and pain. Batter is a strong word, which is emphasized more with the subsequent words expressed by the speaker stating that God has been gentle to him in hopes of preparing him, where in fact he wants God to break him so he can be new, rather just be mended. The speaker then compares himself to a town that has been captured and defeated, and so he asks help from God by letting God take over, but it hasn't been a success. One thing that's blocking him from letting God in is reason, which he described as God's viceroy, which literally means a representative of a higher rank, or in this case, a supreme being, because instead of protecting him from any crisis, it was deemed weak and superficial, perhaps due to selfish and wicked desires. Moreover, the speaker says he dearly loves God and would be pleased to be loved by him in return, but he is betrothed or married to God's enemy, which can be interpreted as the devil, or any form of evil, and hence begs God to divorce, untie that knot again, knowing he has done it before, perhaps both in his past similar experiences and in accordance with the Bible. The two final lines are the speaker's paradoxical reasons. Not only does he want to be rescued by God, but be imprisoned in turn. For it is only that he will be free, and only then he will be chaste or abstinent, when God will ravish him, meaning to forcibly take him away or overwhelm him in immense wonder. In sum, the poem portrays the speaker's religious faith crisis, being separated from God, and his passion plea to him to return to his heart and be unbounded from his enemy, whom he is betrothed to through force, even violence. Now I'll be discussing the characteristics of the painting called The Return of the Prodigal Son. Well, the technique used in this painting shows expressive lighting, coloring, and the simplicity of the setting. Color is also emphasized, which makes these viewers understand more the essence of environment. As you can see, the main light illuminates one side of the face. The eye is illuminated with small triangle of light on the cheek. The nose shadow connects with the cheek shadow to create a triangle of light on the upper cheek. The artist wants the viewers to draw their attention towards two characters of the father and son through the use of lighting and shadow. Rembrandt, known as the light and shade artist, incorporating really make use of gradations of light and shadow to focus the attention of the viewers to the focal point of the painting in depicting the meaning of the artwork. Analysis on the Return of Prodigal Son by Rembrandt Hermanzoon von Rauch. The take completed was on 1633 to 1669. The dimensions of the painting is 262 centimeters in height and 250 centimeters in length. The medium used was oil. The present location of this painting can be found on the Hermitage Museum, St. Petersburg, Russia. Analysis on the Return of Prodigal Son. Well, we can say that the man who knelt down and appears ragged but hugged the other man represents the prodigal son, who is asking for the forgiveness since kneeling is a sign of surrender. In front of him is a man on a red coat, which color symbolizes power, signifies a wealthy father who shows compassion and mercy, as evidenced by the tapping of his hands around the kneeling man's back, and a body orientation which is slightly tilting towards his son. The other man in the red coat standing firmly nearby shows dignity and strength, which can be understood as his older brother. According to the story, the man in the red coat is the son who stayed beside his father while his brother tied with them after getting the inheritance. His posture manifests his pride for being the better son. Observing the picture, the lighting matches the expression of the two characters, which is a subtle shade that makes the painting more emotional. In a way, that lighting serves as the father and son, which means that at this moment, the attention was the idea of forgiveness. Because to a father, no matter what a son has done in the past, his arms are open to welcome him back. The painting illustrates one of the famous inspirational stories found in the Bible, and this is spiritually manifest how God, the mighty creator, forgives a repentant sinner no matter how heavy the sin is, which confirms that if God can forgive, then why can't we? And I'll be sharing the insights of our members. First of all, Raynalin Byron. I've always admired the classical arts because they are different and more pure. When you take a glance at a classical painting, the images aren't always what they seem. The elements are more pristine, leading the viewer to dig deep to what it really means. Same goes for poems. The words seem ambiguous and the structure is more mysterious. This makes the reader create his or her own interpretations. These are portrayed in the painting, in poem. In another denominator is the involvement of God and religion in both of them. The insights of Dean Vincent Subero. The Renaissance attitude to history and philosophy was very different. I believe that the main reason why we have to study art history is to rescue certain good and provocative and inspiring ideas that have been lost in the past, in order to put them in relation to our dilemmas and the problems of our own times. The prodigal son reminds us the importance of forgiveness and humility, to be passionate students of it. That's my heart requested God taught us that even a virtuous person needs to be bold in order to show one's true passion. Lastly, the insights of Princess Mikasa. Art in the Renaissance period aims to remarkably influence society by promoting awareness and positive change. The painting and the poem both depict that there is the devil and his works present in our lives, which may cause us at times to lose our faith, deviate and turn from the right path. But it also reminds us of God, who is the most powerful. Although we tend to inevitably have broken relationship with Him, we can always change our hearts in hope for reconciliation. This has been Group 4 signing off.